Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Jeff Takiue. I am the service coordinator down at Pine Trees Livingstone Church, and you might have seen me on the Livingstone's live stream. I'm a host on 7:30 and 9 o'clock services. In addition to that, I have the privilege to lead Holualoa Elementary School as their principal, as well as I have a leadership consulting company called Empower Consulting. I wanted to put together some devotionals for the leaders out there. This is such a trying time, and when you look at our leaders, all the way from President Trump to Governor Ige to Mayor Kim, and then you start looking in our community for different leaders of different businesses, nonprofits, churches, schools. Being a leader right now is something so critical. Being a courageous, strong leader right now is something critical for just getting us through this time. And when this time of quarantine and this time of coronavirus and everything else is done, we're gonna have to figure out, how do we grow as a leader during this time? I was reading this morning in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, and it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, starting in verse 23, I do everything to spread the good news and share its blessings. Don't you realize that in a race, everyone runs, but only one person gets the prize? So run to win. Now, if we stop there, most leaders, most ambitious people in this world, just look at that and say, so you run to win. That's right. I want to make the most money, have the most clients, have the biggest organization, attract the most people. Some of you, it's just, I want to get the most likes or the most retweets or the most shares of whatever post you have. But I want to encourage you guys, keep reading, because in verse 25, it says, all athletes are disciplined in their training. They do it to win a prize that will fade away. They're doing it for a prize that's going to fade away. I want you guys to think about what's going on right now. We're trying to figure out how to cure something. We're trying to figure out how to revitalize the economy. We're trying to figure out all these different things. Good or bad, everything will fade away. Goes on to say, but we do it for an eternal prize. So I wrote purpose in every step. I'm not just shadow boxing. I discipline my body like an athlete, training it to do what it should. Otherwise, I fear that after preaching to others, I myself might be disqualified. Look, leaders, we're going through a tough time. There's no doubt about that. Everybody's hurting. Depression, crisis, panic, anxiety, all of those things are happening for individuals as well as for the teams that you lead. When all of this is said and done, big question I want to ask you is, where is your group going to be? Where is your team going to be? Where is your organization going to be? Wherever it's going to be, it's determined by what you as the leader do right now. What are you doing to stay disciplined? What are you doing to stay trained up? Picture a UFC fighter or a boxer or a football player or a tennis player or whatever athlete you're thinking about. They have an on season and an off season. During their off season, if they go ahead and just sit on the couch and be happy that it's an off season and eat chips and binge watch Netflix and eat tons of food and just do nothing, when it's on season, they're not going to be prepared for what they have to do next. And in that very same way, I want to encourage all of you leaders out there, figure out right now, how can you improve? How can you be in off-season training to be able to lead your businesses, lead your groups in such a way that as we're going through this, as well as when this whole quarantine time is over, your organizations will be better for it all. And remember that we're not doing this for some temporary prize. We're not doing this because we want to have the most money or the most anything. We're doing this because we love people. We want to have a group or an organization because that gives people purpose. That shows them that God has a plan for their life. That shows them that God has a purpose for them to impact others. You as a leader are here to impact others. So I just want to encourage all of you, do not lose sight of that. You are part of God's plan to get people closer to Him, to know Him more. And as you're leading your businesses, train yourselves up and know that the reason why you're doing this is because you love people. You invest into people. You help people find their purpose that God has designed for them. And just encourage you guys to seek out whatever way that you can get better at that. That's what this time is for.